Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to you all. You join us for this T20 between the Delhi Demons and the Punjab Power.
Both captains would have wanted to bat first. The Kings win it and, unsurprisingly, choose to bat first.
Here we go. First ball of the match. Nothing better than getting a game started and hearing the sound of leather on willow.
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer. There'll be one run here for them.
Picked up a single, first ball of the innings. The Kings are now underway.
A new batter always likes to feel bat on ball early on as they bring a bit of energy to the crease. Finds the edge.
Misses out there on the short and wide one.
A wonderful delivery to get the edge. You've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again.
The captain's going to change things around in the field.
Drives and misses everything.
Tried to get the drive away, timed it poorly, lucky to survive.
Yep.
There'll be runs here. A couple on offer here.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
Waiting.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Edged it.
Just threw the shot too early.
End of the over, 3 runs coming from it. The Kings are 3 for none. The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the south end.
Yep.
Got their head right in line with the ball. A beautiful strike there down the ground.
Misses everything.
Nice bowling.
Singh shakes their head. It was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
Yep.
Thick edge. Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, a roundabout off stump, and that'll force the mistake. Wow, that's missed the lot.
Just need to settle down. The timing's off. These deliveries are there to be hit. Time for cool heads. Obviously didn't like the look of that one and just ignored it. A bit of shape on the ball as they let it go through. Tailed just a little at the end as it went through to the keeper.
Wait.
Straight to the fielder.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Yeah.
Well placed. Should get a single. Oh, that is a great catch.
Oh dear, it's been a poor innings under pressure, and now they've got the key batter out cheaply.
Coming to the wicket, they'll be looking to play within the V early and expand as they get settled.
Wait! Bowler! Bowser!
Big appeal.
Yep!
Goes up and over for 6. That's the positive option.
Crunch on the front foot and bang, gone all the way.
They shouldn't get too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler is to get the batter playing, which they've managed. If they can find the right spot, the reward will eventually come.
Bit of a wild delivery. I would have been calling it wide, but the umpire didn't agree with me.
Waiting!
Doesn't beat the infield.
It was a nice looking shot, full and in the slot, just couldn't find the gap.
Yep!
Nice shot. Runs possible.
Keeper!
Onto the front foot and punched it nicely. Would have hoped to find the rope.
Yep!
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
End of the over. 9 off it. The Kings are 22 for 1.
Yep!
There was a bit of width on that, and they've climbed into the shot to send it up and over for 6.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate?
Waiting!
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Wait! Wait!
Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the 3rd dot.
Yep!
They'll get at least 1.
Exquisitely down the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more. Great work behind the stumps. Save some runs with that dive. Umpire signals wide. Such a poor delivery. Really need to work out what actually went wrong there.
Yep!
They'll push hard. Should get back for 2.
Ball is in!
Good return there, back from the deep. Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
End of the over. 11 runs coming from it. The Kings are 33 for 1. The left-arm unorthodox bowler is coming into the attack from the north end.
Yep!
Nice shot.
The runs are starting to come now. Really good shot for 6. This innings is starting to build.
Wait.
Finds the fielder with that shot. Beaten on the drive.
Nice bowling.
Well, they never really got in the right position for the drive for that one. A bit of a loose shot in my reckoning. That was a pretty wild delivery, lost all control.
Yep.
Too full. Got what it deserved.
Just need one of the cameramen to send that one back. A little bit of width, but clinically put away.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
The field comes up, looking to stop the... easy singles. Field moving around a bit here, trying to stop the batters getting singles.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Yep.
Saw that early. No one's catching that. Great shot.
Got it well enough to get it away to the boundary, a poor delivery and a fine shot in the end.
Questions will begin to be asked. Should the captain make a change? A big over that one. Too many loose deliveries. Couldn't get it through the field.
Well, not a great delivery. Got it full. Lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Yep.
Right out of the middle.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right.
Yep.
Effortless. A gift, really. Floated it up there and dealt with.
You can't hit the ball much better than that. Timed it to perfection.
Tried for something a bit different the last ball. The captain shouldn't mind that. If they get it right, they might just get the wicket. Comfortable single if they take it.
They decided against the run. Not sure why, if I'm honest. They would have made it comfortably.
Yep. Bowler.
Got it behind square on the leg side. Swiveled and pulled away. Didn't get all of it, though, I don't think.
Well bowled.
Misses out there on the short and wide one.
The end of another over. This time, though, some more fielding changes are coming as the power play finishes. And with that, 5 fielders can now be put outside the circle.
We're on.
Cuts that off well in the infield.
Yep.
Strokes it languidly away to the fence. A lovely shot.
Fine placement and enough timing to get that ball away to the boundary.
Patel, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment.
The captain trying to stop the rotation of strike with these field changes.
Yep.
That's the 50 partnership between these two, gaining some momentum nicely for the team.
Yep.
Timed it nicely. They'll look for a couple, you'd think.
Yep.
Massive edge. Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure.
Yep.
Quick onto that in the infield. Over. The Kings are 69 for 1.
Yep.
Really raced between the wickets after it was clipped away nicely behind square.
Waiting.
That stop.
Yeah!
Great catch.
A trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
Yep.
Big edge.
Ball.
A brilliant throw-in from the deep caps off what was a fabulous piece of fielding. The edge was very close to going to hand. They're fortunate to pick up their first runs.
Big shout. Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Yep.
No runs on that occasion. Got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap. Bit of a wild delivery. I'd have been calling that wise, but, well, the umpire didn't agree with me.
Content just to knock it around that. Over. 2 added to the total. The Kings are 71 for 2. Patel has the ball in hand. The captain will be hoping they can tie down one end. Runs have been flowing a little too easily.
That looks like an attempt to drive that one away, but poor timing and missed everything.
Yes.
Huge edge. time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
That's a tough call for the bowler. I thought that was there to be hit. That's a harsh call from the umpire. I've seen wider than that not called.
Yep. Right on.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Not a great delivery. Got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Yes.
Hit that hard, nailed it.
Too much width and it gives a free swing of the arms through the line of the ball. It's been given the full treatment.
We're there.
End of the over, 10 runs coming from it. The Kings are 81 for 2. A new bowler is coming into the attack.
Yep.
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
Yeah. Catch it.
Great shot, at least one on offer. That's out. Caught.
So that's the third wicket down. Not a happy person walking off the field. There's a real feeling of disappointment.
Yep.
Doesn't want to bowl it there. Overpitched and helped to the boundary.
That really wasn't a great delivery. Seen early and it was dispatched with aplomb.
Waiting.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Neville shakes their head. It was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it. That's a tough call for the bowler. I thought that was there to be hit.
Waiting.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Yep.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
Perhaps that slipped out of the hand a little during the release. Neville didn't mind and sent it high and handsome over the boundary rope for 6.
Yes.
There'll be runs here. There'll be 1 run here for them.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
Wait on.
Straight to the fielder.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Waiting. Yep.
Confusion written on the batters' faces. A mix-up that almost led to a run-out.
Drives and misses everything.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Yes.
Right off the middle of the bat.
Lovely shot. Gets on the drive and just powers that one over the boundary. Wonderful timing. They'll have to bowl that one again. Must have only been missing by a few millimetres.
Yep.
Lovely timing. Will this one go to the fence?
Nearly got through them. Just got onto it in time with enough bat speed to pick up 4.
Yes.
Well placed. Should get a single.
That was a solid shot. Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably deserved more from it.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
Nice bowling.
Neville shakes their head. It was there to hit. Couldn't make the most of it.
Yes.
Timed that brilliantly.
Just a little bit of room given and the power was immense. That has flown over the boundary.
You can see how good this pitch can be for batting. You want the player coming forward, but it's a tight margin. Only a touch full and put away.
Right on.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Didn't hit that well. Very late playing that shot.
The over comes to an end. Not many runs coming from it. Both sides need to inject some life into this game.
Found the gap with ease. Wasn't the worst ball you'll see, but it still raced to the rope.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball. But you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come.
Yes.
That's going a long way. What a shot that is.
That ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward on the front foot is ridiculous.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary.
Yep.
Got all of it, and for 6.
That's what you pay the entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
Right on. Yep.
A little late on that. No run scored.
Waiting.
Just threw the shot too early.
Really playing all their shots that over. Really expensive. Start, the pace bowler, coming into the attack. We've seen good control and spin from this bowler. Looking forward to seeing what they can do here.
Yes.
They'll get at least one.
Yep.
Nice shot, runs possible.
Just a little bit wide, well picked up. And let the ball do all the work, really, just to nudge it down towards third.
Wait. Yep.
There's a run here, surely.
Not a smart decision, you feel, not to run there. Mustn't have a lot of faith in their partner, if you ask me.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Yes.
Finds the edge.
Good throw from the deep, on target. Solid partnership, 50 so far. Now it's time to really build a big score.
Yes.
Oh my, that's just flown off the middle.
That's a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets on the front foot and it's flown over the boundary.
Yes.
Nicely played.
You give that much width and you're asking for trouble. That was so well timed and flew over the boundary.
Boundary off the last ball. What's to come off this delivery, I wonder?
Wait.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Didn't hit that well, very late in playing the shot.
Yep.
Nicked it.
Keeper's ball.
Decisive running might have gotten them too. You look at that and I'd say they would have made it easily. Poor running in the end.
Yes.
Thick edge. A wonderful delivery to get the edge. You've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again.
Yep.
Super piece of timing.
Just missed the line. Not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watch that in awe.
Miller, the spinner, coming into the attack.
Right on.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Waiting.
Edged it. Huge appeal.
Yes.
That was a massive shot, middled, and it flew over the boundary. Brilliant stuff.
Wait there. Waiting.
6 runs added in the over. The Kings are 165 for 3. Going with spin now.
Umpire signals wide. Such a poor delivery. Really need to work out what actually went wrong there. Well, another chance to bowl that one. Really can't have been wide by much, though.
Yes!
Edged.
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better.
Yep. Keeper!
Bowler is confident on this one.
That's a really good half-century. Started well and has continued to up the scoring rate. They haven't messed about, brings up a rapid 50, hasn't let any of the bowlers settle.
Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure.
Nice bowling. Yes!
A couple on offer here. Loud appeal.
Yep.
Massive edge.
Yes!
Huge shot. That's a massive shot. Just incredible.
That's a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets onto the front foot and it's flown over the boundary.
14 runs added there. The Kings are 179 for 3. Miller from the south end. Stark, the left-arm fast bowler, is the new bowler from the south end.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot, good running.
Yes!
Pulled in off the boundary rope. Good fielding out there.
Wait on!
Didn't hit that well. Very late playing that shot.
Waiting!
A little late on that. No runs scored.
Yes!
Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably expected more there.
Yes.
What great reactions. Brilliant catch close in.
They've looked threatening but can't go on with the job. They'll be annoyed with themselves having gotten out after a start.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come in after the fall of a wicket. The right armer is coming on to bowl from the north end.
That was a pretty wild delivery, lost all control.
Beaten on the drive.
A bit of frustration after that shot, went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Yeah.
That's just silly. The power on that shot is incredible. That's the sort of shot you want to see at a cricket match.
A good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball, and it'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond. That's right off the meat of the bat.
Managed to get onto the front foot early and just incredible power to loft that one over the boundary.
Tried for something a bit different the last ball. The captain shouldn't mind that. If they get it right, they might just get the wicket.
I'm not sure what happened with that delivery. Maybe trying the slower ball, but just got it all wrong.
Yeah.
Absolutely nailed it.
Well, that was just textbook. Finds the space and power to lift that ball over the top, and it just keeps going.
Loud shout. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. And gone. That's a fantastic catch.
Back to the sheds, but a good contribution to the team today. It's been a nice knock.
It's a long way to walk out here just to walk straight back. They'll just want to get this first one behind them and then push on. Super catch.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
Lots of pressure coming into bat. We'll have to wait, though, to face their first ball.
Yep.
A change to the complexion of this match. Got to get the new batter coming forward early, encouraging them to drive and really attack the stumps.
Stark with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up.
Misses everything.
Just need to settle down. The timing's off. These deliveries are there to be hit. Time for cool heads.
Wait there.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Singh shakes their head. It was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
Yeah. Ball is in.
There'll be 1 run here for them.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
End of the over. The Kings are 204 for 6. And that's the end of the innings. The Kings have set a target of 205 runs.
Yeah.
Nice shot.
That was a very well-timed shot off the back foot, saw it really early, and it was dispatched with ease.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a... sign they're trying to push the run rate?
Yep.
Middle that one. Great timing.
A fantastic shot off the back foot, really well timed. Everyone just had to stand, watch and admire.
Yep.
Great shot.
That went all the way up toward the grandstand for 4, driven away nicely.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, around about off stump, and that'll force the mistake.
Yep, yep.
That's gone all the way, right out of the middle.
That's gone a long, long way, well and truly into the 20s now, and surely looking towards a big score.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
Yep.
Beats the cover fielder. Nice shot.
Well, it was hammered away, timed perfectly and placed into the gap.
You can see how good this pitch can be for batting. You want the player coming forward, but it's a tight margin. Only a touch full and
Yep.
put away. That's an unbelievable shot into the crowd.
That was the kind of contact you dream of. Nothing wrong with the delivery, but boy, did that get hit. Just brilliant.
Duckett comes out to bat in a bit of form, but it'll be interesting to see how they go today. Jansen, the left-arm pace bowler, is coming on to bowl from the south end.
Yes.
Easy catch. Didn't have to move, really.
It's the wicket they so desperately wanted. They've removed a real threat before they could get going.
The field will come up now, you'd think. Pressure should definitely be on the new batter, who strides to the middle. They will be looking for another quick wicket. Through the hands at it, somehow missed everything.
These are tough balls to face. Very easy just to nick them as it swings in. That one just whizzed past the stumps as well.
Hit that hard, nailed it.
The bowler watches that one go straight back over their head for 6. Brilliant shot.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key.
Yep.
Doesn't want to bowl it there. Overpitched and helped to the boundary.
Fine placement and enough timing to get that ball away to the boundary.
That last ball isn't something you'd want to see a repeat of. You don't want to be giving easy runs away. Drives and misses everything. Massive chance.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
End of the over. 11 runs coming from it. The Capitals are 43 for 1.
Yes.
Well, what a lovely shot. It flew to the boundary. That's clearly not the type of delivery to be bowling here.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come.
Yep.
There'll be runs here. Can't get that outside the ring field. There's trouble here.
Bit of miscommunication there. They got back in the end. It would have been a high-risk second. Not sensible.
Yeah.
Wow, that's missed the lot. Not a great delivery as it goes down to the boundary. That'll go into the books as extras.
Yeah. Catch.
Right out of the middle.
A fantastic shot off the back foot. Really well timed. Everyone just had to stand, watch and admire.
A little short on that occasion. Needs to adjust the length slightly to be just a little fuller. Too short on this pitch. And as we've seen already, it makes it very easy to score.
Well, you sometimes just have to stop and admire batting like that. Gets onto the front foot early, well timed and 4 runs.
Will you listen to the crowd? They are loving it. It's difficult to hear yourself think in here.
Yep. Catch it.
That's really high. Don't think anyone is close.
The gap was left open for them and they were happy to oblige. Picked it early, got into position well and punched it to the boundary.
Yep.
Flew away with pace. Brilliant timing.
Jansen could do nothing about it. Hammered out the ground, just watched it sail away.
The last one helped the scoring rate, making their intentions clear.
Yes.
A real beauty. Just times it so well.
You don't chase those down. Brilliantly timed off the back foot, and that's raced to the boundary.
It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes you've just got to accept it and move on.
Yep. Catch.
Time that perfectly.
All the signs that they're reading the ball well. Guided it away off the back foot to the boundary rope.
Yep. Catch.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
A really good 50 partnership. These two are looking strong. And it's going to take something special to break it up.
Yep. Catch.
Right off the middle of the bat.
A brilliantly timed shot off the back foot. It just flew to the boundary for 6.
Yep. Yep. Catch.
Nicely played.
That was a big hit. Incredible power. Just incredible. Nothing wrong with the delivery, but it still goes for 6.
The right armour is coming into the attack from the north end.
Yep. Catch it.
Nice shot. Runs possible. Nicely taken. Quick to latch onto it.
Really tried to push the scoring along and managed to do so for a while, but in the end, it's just one risk too many.
A lot of pressure coming to the crease. Not had the best of weeks leading up to this game, and we want to show everyone their strength.
Well, it's a case of blink and you miss it with this innings. 50 brought up, and what a devastating passage of play it's been.
Yes. Catch it.
That's a long way up. Is there anyone there to catch it?
Well, a lovely shot. Really good timing. Out of the middle, and it raced to the boundary.
Yep.
The fielder could only pick that up off the boundary rope. Punched that away through the covers with exquisite timing.
Yep. How's that?
The whole team goes up for that one. They feel pretty confident about this. With the fall of that wicket, we have a new batter at the crease. Miller will be looking to make a strong start to their innings.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
Edged it.
Off the mark with an edge. They'll be hoping to find the middle of the bat next time.
Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting. Good bit of timing there.
Well, that was just textbook. Finds the space and power to lift that ball over the top, and it just keeps going.
Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Edged, unplayable. That's gone. Fine catch by the wicket-keeper.
A long walk back to the pavilion. This has not been a good knock. Not what you'd expect from someone of this skill level.
Yep.
Straight to the fielder.
That would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put.
Yep.
This should be close.
Pierced the gap and gets their first runs.
Over ends, so too does the power play. Change is coming in the field. 3 extra fielders are now allowed outside the circle.
Tried to get the drive away, timed it poorly, lucky to survive.
Yep.
They'll get at least 1.
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better.
Yep.
Well, they never really got in the right position for the drive for that one. A bit of a loose shot in my reckoning.
Yep. How's that?
Starting to get really interesting now. That's the 5th wicket, and a very frustrated person is heading back to the pavilion.
Well placed, should get a single.
Go.
Decide against the second, way too late. I think they'd have been well short if they had continued.
Yep.
Nice timing, good batting, won't get to the boundary.
Ball is in.
A couple on offer here. Big shout. Gone. Brilliant in the field.
It's the sort of dismissal that sees the momentum swing back to the bowler. Gone, but not for many.
A big opportunity. They've worked hard in recent weeks. They should have the confidence to build an innings and get big runs on the board.
That was a slower delivery, played too early, and it went straight through to the keeper.
Yep.
Great shot. At least 1 on offer.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Yep.
Massive edge.
Nearly got through them. Just got onto it in time with enough bat speed to pick up 4.
Boundary off the last ball. What's to come off this delivery, I wonder?
Yeah.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
A little bit of confusion out in the middle, but they've got back quickly. No harm done. Both batters survive.
Yep.
Nicely played. Perfect timing.
Onto the front foot early, placed it perfectly into the gap. Timed it nicely for 4 more.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary.
That spun a long, long way, and yet somehow it missed completely everything.
End of the over. 10 runs coming from it. The Capitals are 137 for 6.
Yes.
There was a split second to decide which end to throw to, and in the end, it was a poor choice. What a beautiful shot that was. They've been sweating on the loose ball and picked this one up early and glanced it down to fine leg.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
That just drifted a bit and pounced on. Hit high and mighty. They'll be very happy with that.
Stark has got the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits.
Yes.
Fantastic running. Good communication between the two of them. It didn't get any bat though and will be leg bars.
Absolutely nailed it.
Just missed the line. Not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that gnaw.
Yep.
Super piece of timing.
Managed to get onto the front foot early and just incredible power to loft that over the boundary.
End of the over. 23 off it. The Capitals are 160 for 6. Going with pace now.
Yes.
Great shot.
Lower. Yeah.
Needs to be on target. Could that be out? Looks so.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down. Really didn't get settled. Looked to be in trouble, sadly, for most of the knock.
Yeah. No.
Immediately underway with some runs.
Yeah.
A juicy delivery like that on leg stump isn't going to be missed by this batter. They just put it away.
Yeah.
A fine display of wrist and forearm working together to pull this away.
Wonderful batting at the moment. Back-to-back boundaries, putting the pressure on the bowler to respond.
Yep.
Perfectly timed. There'll be 1 run here for them. Really playing all their shots that over. Really expensive.
Really raced between the wickets after it was clipped away nicely behind square.
Yes.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs.
Exquisitely down the front foot, a gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Beaten on the drive.
Nice bowling.
A good piece of bowling there. A little bit of pace off the delivery, and the batter is all at sea.
Yeah. No.
That would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put. A little late on that, no run scored.
Nice solid defensive shot.
Negated the spin well there, and got nicely on top of the bounce.
3 runs added in that over. The Capitals are 175 for 7.
Yeah.
That's right off the meat of the bat.
Just waited on it, got given a bit of width and launched it all the way.
Stoinis shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots, just need to tighten their areas now.
Yes.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying. Trouble. Oh, gone.
The trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
Yep, yep.
Caught. What a position to set there. A brilliant catch.
That's a real shame. That was a brilliant innings. Really was heading towards something special. A good wicket to take at this stage.
Nice bowling.
Another chance to bowl that one. Really can't have been wide by much, though.
Yep.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Hit that well off the back foot, but couldn't beat the field.
Yep.
Great shot, but it's not going to beat the fielder.
There was trouble for a moment, but these two were quick enough to avoid the run-out in the end.
Yep.
A very successful over ends. The fielders will congratulate the bowler for their efforts. 2 wickets taken.
Yep, yep.
Decisive running might have gotten 2. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
Misses everything.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Yep, yep. No.
And with that, they're off the mark.
Yep.
Doesn't beat the infield. Could be close.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Yep.
Picks the gap perfectly.
No runs on that occasion, got into position nicely, just too early on the shot, couldn't find a gap.
Another really good over comes to an end. The batters just haven't been able to cut loose in the last few overs.
Yep.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
Well, for a brief moment, you thought there might be a bit of strife there. In the end, a good decision not to take on the field.
Yep. No.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Well, that would have been a very risky run. The right call was made in the end.
Yep. No. Yep. No.
Confusion written on the batters' faces. A mix-up that almost led to a run-out.
Yep. Yep. No.
They make it home, but there should never have been the chance for a run-out in the first place.
Yep.
Into the gap. Nice shot.
Keeper.
End of the over. The Capitals are 195 for 9. The right-arm fast bowler is coming into the attack from the north end.
Yep.
Drives and misses everything.
A big swing and a miss. Completely deceived by the lack of pace on that delivery.
Yep.
There'll be runs here. Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably expected more there.
Yep.
This could be out.
Well, that could have ended horribly, but very good. Fast running between the stumps gets them home.
Yep. Yep.
Edged.
Just a little bit of room given, and the power was immense. That's flown over the boundary.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key.
Yep. Elbow.
Needs a direct hit.
Tried to get the drive away, but timed it poorly. Lucky to survive.
Huge appeal.
Yep. Yep.
Massive chance. Terrible mix-up. Simple run out there. The match ends in a tie. We've got a super over to decide the outcome.
Yep.
Misses out on the first ball of the innings.
Bit of a wild delivery. I'd have been calling that wise, but, well, the umpire didn't agree with me.
Yes. Well bowled.
A direct hit, and this could be gone.
Beautiful slower delivery. Just hitting air on that one. That was just too good.
Yep.
Flew away with pace. Brilliant timing.
That ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward on the front foot is ridiculous.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come.
Yep.
Out.
Yeah!
Pretty straightforward catch in the end.
The first wicket is down, back to the pavilion, and disappointment is etched on their face. Can't believe they got out like that.
Nice ball.
This could be trouble.
Well, the communication's not great between these two. There's a lot of hesitation in their calls. On that occasion, looking for a second. In the end, a good decision not to go through with it.
Yes.
Couldn't have played that any better.
Just perfection, a majestic shot. You just cannot hit it any better than that. Raced away to the boundary. Bit of a change-up in the field now.
Yep.
Nice shot, runs possible.
Picked up a single, first ball of the innings. The Kings are now underway.
The team will be after a positive innings from this batter. A great opportunity to come in and put some runs on the board.
Yep.
Nicked it, but that's going all the way.
Through the hands at it, got it early, but enough on it to get 4.
Yep.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Not a great delivery, got it full, and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Wait there. Yep.
They'll get at least one.
Ball's in.
Really? That's just wasting everyone's time.
We're done.
Singh shakes their head. He was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
You would have really wanted more runs on the board in the super over. Lots of pressure on their bowlers now. From all of us in the commentary team, I hope you've enjoyed the match. It ended up being very close. Hope to see you soon.